At Segment Marketing Manager 55 from Simcoe, Ontario, Jesse Walsh. Jesse, welcome.
Hi, Charlie.
How's everything going out there in the country?
Going pretty well today, aside from a little bit of snow. Oh, a lot of
Right.
snow now that
I,
I
I
see that.
can't believe it's
Yeah.
still snowing. It's snowing here as well. Uh,
2020, testing us.
so, Jesse, I want to talk a little bit about how your role has changed in this new work from home environment, social isolation. What does your role traditionally look like at Vidyard?
So I am the segment marketing manager at Vidyard for the commercial segment, which means that I'm in charge of developing programs and developing programs to generate demand within that specific segment for Vidyard and for our product offering.
Right. So, how's your role changed in this work from home environment?
One big way that it's changed is that, like most marketers, I had a lot of live events as
Right.
big sort of top of funnel lead generators. I had 6 planned for this past quarter when everything kind of hit in terms of remote work and no more large live events. So that was a big transition in terms of those events are very traditionally great suppliers of large numbers of leads at one time. So it was a very quick turnaround in terms of trying to shift that and still hit our goals in terms of leads and pipeline, fill the top of our funnel, but do so without those live events to actually drive that.
Right. And I know we've produced some good content around how to actually run a virtual event that you guys can find on vidyard.com/blog. Um, so in general, how has working from home, how your setup, I know we can hear 2 kids in the background there. You've got
Yeah.
2 beautiful young ones. How has that whole transition been?
It has been quite a learning curve for me. I mean, even before all this happened, I did work from home twice a week. But which you'd think would have led me to be very prepared for this, but I always was working from home on my own. So my home office was set up sort of in the center of the house. So adapting to having the kids home has been a big change. I have gone through and kind of had to switch my setup into more of a private space for my office where I do have a door and I can close it. And my husband and I are just trying to work through sort of rotating shifts with the kids. And something I've been not doing the greatest job of since we started, but I'm working on more adapting to now that this is more of a long-term situation is blocking out my time a little bit more so that throughout the day I do have some time where I can let everyone know that I am offline, spend that time with my kids, and then be able to focus and I usually try and block out some hours sort of after the kids go to bed or after traditional hours and just connect with my team through like quick video messages like this to kind of give them a recap if I can't make a meeting during those times. Because, there's a lot to do right now in terms of work, but I also want to make sure that this is a time that I can look back on and have some fond memories with the kids too.
Right. I feel like at Vidyard, we're pretty well equipped for working from home. Most of us, at times will work from home 1 day a week. And, being a company that's dealing with video every day, we are pretty well versed in sending these video messages to each other. And we've been using Zoom previously before this whole thing happened. So the transition doesn't seem to be that tough of one for staff at Vidyard.
Yeah, especially when I compare it to my husband, whose company has never was, I would say, very caught off guard in terms of being able to
Right.
connect remotely and work remotely. So because Zoom was new to them, Vidyard wasn't super new to them, but using it for different types of communication, it's been a big learning curve for them. So it's been nice for them to have me help through that, I suppose, a little bit. But yeah, I definitely think we were in a good spot in terms of having all of our video tools set up and ready to go with this.
Now, has the way that you have been communicating with customers and or partners, the people that you're normally communicating with outside of Vidyard, has that changed, or has it always been, through Zoom or sending Vidyard videos over? You find you're sending more of those?
Yeah, I mean, typically Zoom was a main means of communication, but I have just with, like I said, trying to adjust my schedule and not be as available as I am at all times. I have been using a lot more, just recording kind of quick Vidyard reviews of, here's where I'm at, here's what I'm thinking for this topic, here's the deck that I've created for webinar,
Right.
kind of reviewing it live in a video, sharing that over, and then letting them get back to me on their time. It really helps to allow everyone to have more flexibility in terms of when they can review it and when it works for them. And we can still keep on track timeline wise. It doesn't matter if it comes in at 9 p.m. or 7 a.m. We can still get the info, and it still keeps us connected and keeps the project moving forward that way.
Absolutely. Hashtag one less meeting.
Yes.
I'll get you out of here on this question. A bit of a fun one here. In the time that you've been spending working from home, what have you been watching, listening to, reading, or playing? I'm not sure if you're a big gamer, but
You know what? If I was ever going to become a gamer, I feel like now would be the time. My husband actually like brought up our old PlayStation from the basement, and he's like trying to get it reset up.
awesome.
We haven't had it fired up in a while. I feel like I'm missing out on all this Animal Crossing activity. So that's a goal, really. But I have been watching a lot of Shameless,
Okay.
which, on days where I'm super busy, I'm not sure if you know that one, but makes me feel like a great parent, just by comparison.
Yeah, I'm forgetting the name of the lead actor in that.
William H. Macy. It's
Right.
older. It's like there's a lot of seasons. I think there's probably 8 seasons, so it's a good
Yeah.
one to binge. I think we're on like season 6 now. So it's quite a roller coaster. And then we've also been getting caught up on the new season of Ozark.
Yes, just finished that. I've just started watching Waco. It's a, I believe, miniseries on Netflix, and it features, the young blonde girl in Ozark who's
Yeah, and she's great.
phenomenal.
Yeah, she's so
Ruby,
good.
is it Ruby? Is it her
Yes.
character?
Yeah.
She's in Waco, so I was happy to see her because I'm just such a big fan of her. So.
Yeah, she is. She's really good.
Yeah, so just started watching that, but yeah, like everyone else, kind of running out of things to watch.
Well, you know what? I would recommend, I mean, if you haven't, I was a big fan of Friends during its original run, and I
Right.
almost didn't want to watch it on Netflix after because I wasn't sure if it would hold up, and I loved it so much. But you know how sometimes after watching a darker show like Ozark or
Yeah.
you need a bit of like, I call it a palate cleanser.
Yep, I was going to say that. Yeah.
A quick episode of Friends before bed really just helps. It's a key piece to my COVID survival kit, I would say.
Yeah, our palate cleanser around here is Goldberg's. Goldberg's is what the boys love watching it. So
similar vibe.
awesome. All right, Jesse. Fantastic to see you again. I miss everyone on the team. So thank you so much for joining me, and enjoy the snow.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Same to you.
See you later.
Yeah.